Hello everybody, I'm Ethan Lee, and this video is a documentary of me and Ben Sackrey's process in designing, engineering, and building a stream table. And this video playing in the background is just Ben Sackrey going through our starting materials with this tub we found just in the basement and a couple of sawhorses that we were working with. Also, neither of us are environmental scientists and neither of us are great at video editing, but this is our best shot. Good morning everyone.
We're at Home Depot right now.
I'm Ben. We're out here at Home Depot. Day one, we're gonna start looking for some materials to build this stream table.
Yep, we're looking for a pump, tubes, and that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, maybe like a table.
Yep.
We'll see what we can find, and it's just to get a sense of the build, and we'll start building it next week, hopefully.
Yep.
So we were first looking at this one, but it's a condensate removal pump, so it wouldn't work because there'd be too much water. So then we started looking at the transfer pump, but the issue is the garden hose wouldn't work for our project.
And the last thing we're gonna buy here is a splitter with valves on it. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna have the adapters for the ID tubes, the clear like vinyl tubes on each of these. Attach those tubes here and then go off into the table, and they have valves here so we can control the speed of the water.
Yeah,
as we'd like to.
So we put it on,
put the tube on,
it's like lock through friction, and that's just gonna connect to the stream table itself.
Yep.
And once we get 4 of these, then we got. What's going on, guys? Ethan from the future. Honestly, sorry I didn't get this on video, but we tested out the pump for the first time and completely disastrous attempt. Water started going everywhere. We had no control over the flow, and we spent the rest of the class period cleaning up.
So here we're gonna try the splitter right here. So we have these two fully closed, these two will be open.
Yeah, so it would reduce the speed of the water a lot. Well, hold on to. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's very comfortable.
I was taking this one,
But yeah.
so obviously this is too long. So that seems pretty good.
But I think our main problem right now is going to be a way to get the water from this to there.
Siphoning it.
Works.
But obviously we don't
Very
want
manual.
Yeah.
While our first design worked, we had a lot of things to improve on. The first thing we looked at was a way to improve control over the flow, not just through the splitter. Secondly, we also needed to find a way to drain water from the stream table back into the holding tank. Yeah.
All right, so currently on our, what we have is we have the splitter on the pump, and then you use the valve in the splitter to change the speed of the water, but that's kind of not, I don't know, the splitter's
Yeah.
that you can adjust just like this, and we're gonna put it on the top of the table, and then we're gonna have these like be the stream rate.
We hoped those valves would help us control the flow, but in the meantime, we tackled the problem of the drainage. So the first thing we did is we sawed off this random little pipe hanging off the edge of the stream table. Next, we looked to connect the pipe between the first holding tank to the holding tank with the pump. And to do this, with the help of Mr. Moran, we drilled a hole into the side of the first holding tank. And then, using Ben Sackrey's caulk, we learned the technique of caulking and then connected that pipe into the second holding tank with the pump and made sure that it was watertight. Again, with the help of Mr. Moran, we tackled the difficulties of drilling holes into plastic, and we were able to attach all 3 valves successfully onto the plastic stream table. Another innovation we had was our one-of-a-kind rain simulator. And to simulate rain, we used a garden hose attached to a hose head, which had many sprinkler options from shower to mist and jet and all of that. And to attach that to the table, we drilled a hole big enough for a wooden dowel and then zip tied it. And now, after a second round of design and engineering, we now had attached valves, an attached shower head, and successful drainage. And so our second design is this.
Okay, so this is our first run of the stream table with sand in it.
It's absolutely pouring out here, man. Oh my god. All these runoffs here. No, that's really something, man.
It's gonna form a delta now. Should we stop it?
It does seem to be circulating pretty well. Our second design worked very, very well, and I believe that it could have been submitted as a final product, and it could even be used in classes next year. However, there are some glaring problems that still needed improvement. Firstly, a rolling table would be huge to help us move the table around. Secondly, the drainage versus usage rate was completely off, and we needed to drill another hole in order to match the rate that water was being used. And lastly, our greatest innovation, the rain simulator, even though it worked, was very, very janky and very ugly, so we needed to change that as well.
We have our table here, and what we want to do is we want to have a mount for the hose that we're going to have running down. And so we're going to put PVC pipes here, and then one across, and then so it's going to, the hose will be hanging. The supports for us, so we're going to drill something into here and here, and then PVC pipe and a tank. But right now we have to cut the PVC pipe.
Twist the screw, not the nut. Finally, we are left with our third and final design. The stream table is on a moving table now, with enough drainage to keep it infinitely circulating, and a very sturdy support for the rain simulator garden hose. We have learned so much through this process and hope this stream table could be used next year.